You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this: never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Inconceivable!
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Matt, this is Chewbacca, and this is a FakeWoodTable. So I've got yet another big-ass box full of toys from Big Bad Toy Store. We've got quite a few things in the box this month. Got some Masters of the Universe Origins in here, got some Ghostbusters Plasma series, got at least one NECA Ultimate figure that I can already see, so let's get into it. The first thing my eye is immediately drawn to are these Five Nights at Freddy's special delivery figures. I got VR Freddy, System Error Bonnie, and High Score Chica. So just like the last batch of Five Nights at Freddy's figures I got, I have no idea what special delivery is all about. I just thought these three guys looked really cool. And I'm a sucker for things made in translucent plastic. And I like pretty much anything that glows in the dark. And I love how these three variants are all like techno or video game themed. They feel very retro. I tried to get a few shots of them glowing in the dark, but they really don't hold a charge for that long. Maybe just a few seconds, so that kind of sucks. Bonnie was glowing the best and looked really cool in orange. I wish they would each glow in their respective colors, but for some reason Freddy and Chica here glow green instead of purple and blue. I don't know, maybe they'd look better under a black light. There were two more figures in this wave, Radioactive Foxy and Toxic Springtrap, but as I've said before, when it comes to the variants, I'm really just trying to stick to the three main characters. I really dig these three. They look awesome. I picked up a few more of these Marvel Legends 3 3/4 inch retro figures. I got Magneto, Cyclops, and my favorite of the bunch, Storm. Damn, dude, she looks really cool on that pink card back. So I had kind of been putting off buying any X-Men figures in this retro line until I knew for sure that they were going to do a Wolverine figure, because it's just not X-Men without Wolverine.
Go fuck yourself.
Then earlier this month, I found this exclusive Wolverine and Phoenix 2-pack on Hasbro Pulse, so I ordered that, and I threw these three guys into my pile of loot. Then a week or so ago, pre-orders went up for the 5th wave of this retro collection, and that actually included a brown suit Wolverine and a dark Phoenix. So now we've got a nice little X-Men collection started. These are so awesome. I love the retro card backs, and I'm definitely keeping this collection on card. They just look so cool that way. Hey, we got a t-shirt in here. Haven't had a t-shirt in the box for a while. Let me just bust this bitch open. Got this Army of Darkness Japanese poster t-shirt. That is so fucking cool. This has always been my favorite piece of poster art for Army of Darkness. It's very much a spoof or an homage or just done in the style of the Boris Vallejo movie posters of the 80s and early 90s. And I'm a huge Boris Vallejo fan. I'm sure you've seen at least one of Boris's movie posters or heavy metal magazine covers. There was actually even a set of Boris Vallejo trading cards that I used to collect in the early 90s. This is badass. I love how the bright yellow Japanese writing pops off the black background. That looks great. And you gotta love that smirk on Ash's face. Fucking smartass. Okay, I grabbed one more of these Funko vinyl soda figures. I got Mr. Owl from the old Tootsie Pop commercials.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Let's pop him out of this can and get a better look at him. He's pretty cool looking. I'm really digging these vinyl soda figures that aren't too overly stylized and basically just look like the character. He's cool. And as always, he comes with a Pog. Now all the other action figures on the shelf will know exactly how many licks it takes.
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
I picked up another one of these NECA Ultimate Gremlin figures. I got the Ultimate Gremlin from Gremlins. I already had a Gizmo, and a few boxes back I got a Stripe. And honestly, I thought I was going to call it a day with the Gremlins collection. But then sometime last month, NECA put up pre-orders for a Gremlins accessory pack. So as I was pre-ordering that, I threw this guy into my cart, just to have a little bit more going on in the Gremlins display. He looks awesome. I'm pretty sure his jaw is articulated so you can put that cigarette in his mouth. And speaking of the cigarette, look at how many accessories this guy comes with. He's got the cigarette, playing cards, not Coke, not a Three Musketeers bar, a mug of beer, not Skittles, and down on the bottom there's 3D glasses and popcorn bags. So you could totally just like build an army of these guys and have them doing all kinds of shit, and each one would look a little different with all these accessories. That's pretty sweet. What's this? Oh yeah, I picked up this kind of random DC Multiverse figure from McFarlane Toys. I got the Batman from the Three Jokers line. So I have no idea what the Three Jokers is all about. I'd actually never even heard of it before these figures came out. But I do know the Killing Joke, and when I noticed that one of the three Jokers in this line was basically the Joker from the Killing Joke, I bought him immediately. And I thought that was going to be the only figure I bought from this line, but I kept seeing this Batman, and he just looked too cool to pass up. I just really like the design of this Batsuit. To me, it feels like kind of a mashup of my two favorite Batsuits, the 1989 Tim Burton Batsuit and Bat Symbol, and the blue and gray Batsuit from the comic books that I read as a kid. It also kind of looks like a realistic depiction of the animated series Batsuit, so that's pretty badass. That's really cool that he comes with this grappling gun, and it's in like mid-fire. That's going to make for some really dynamic poses. He's awesome. Alright, looks like I got one Migo figure in here. I got Slim from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This is the second Killer Clown figure from Migo. A couple boxes back I got Jumbo, and I'm pretty sure that's the only two figures they've done. I think I said it in that video, but I hope they do all the clowns, and it'd be really cool if they started doing some accessories. I would have loved it if this guy came with the gun that he has in the card art photo, and maybe do like some cotton candy cocoons and a balloon animal dog. That'd be awesome. He looks great. I love his head sculpt. I think I like this guy a little better than Jumbo. Please do some more Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Migo. I want them all. Okay, I decided to grab a couple Predator figures from Hiya Toys.
You son of a bitch.
I got this Jungle Hunter Predator version 2 from the original Predator film. I also pre-ordered a version with an open mouth and no mask, so hopefully that comes in soon. He looks so badass. I love how Hiya Toys is on this like R-rated 80s sci-fi movie kick, because now they've done RoboCop, Aliens, and Predator.
Oh my!
I hope they do some more 80s IPs in the future, like Terminator, maybe even Rambo. That'd be awesome. And of course it wouldn't be a Predator figure without a skull and spine trophy. That's cool.
Being the most powerful man in the universe isn't all that makes He-Man such a great hero. Being strong is fine, but there's something even better. In today's story, He-Man used something even more powerful than his muscles to beat Skeletor. You know what it was? If you said his brain, you were right. And just like a muscle, your brain is something you can develop to give yourself great power.
I got one Masters of the Universe Origins figure in here. It's the exclusive Eternian Palace Guard. That's really cool that he comes with this unmustachioed Man-at-Arms head, so you can make the Origins figure look like the vintage figure. Although I have always preferred him with the mustache. He looks pretty sweet. I'm really digging how many new characters we're getting in this Origins line that we never had in the vintage line. It actually kind of feels like being a kid again every time one of these new figures is announced. It's really cool. Keep them coming. Alright, I got most of the first wave of these new Princess Bride figures from McFarlane Toys. The first two I got in here are the Dread Pirate Roberts and Princess Buttercup. For some reason, Inigo Montoya didn't come in with the rest of these figures, and Vizzini is still on pre-order as well, so hopefully they both come in the next big box. These look really good. It's going to be nice to not only have a larger collection of characters from this movie, but to also have some figures that are this articulated. Up until now, the only Princess Bride figure that I've had was the 2005 NECA Dread Pirate Roberts. And while that looked amazing, he had absolutely no articulation. He's basically just a little statue.
Inconceivable!
The third and final Princess Bride figure I got in here is this beefy bastard. We've got Fezzik, played by the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. This guy is one honking huge hunk of plastic. I knew he was going to be big, but damn. He's going to look awesome just like towering over the other figures in this line. Maybe have Princess Buttercup in his arms or something. That'd be pretty cool. That's great. He comes with this rock and an inconceivably large peanut. These are dope. I can't wait to finish off the collection with Inigo Montoya and Vizzini. That's going to be a really cool display. Okay, I'm a little late to the party with these next figures. I got the Ghostbusters Plasma series Peter Venkman and Ray Stantz. So back when these were announced in like 2019, it had only been about 3 or 4 years since Mattel did their Ghostbusters Classic line. And I already had those, and they weren't even open yet, so I thought I was going to pass on this Plasma series. But a while back, I came across a Dana Barrett and a Gozer figure at my local Target, and neither of those characters were in the Ghostbusters Classic line, so I decided to grab them. Then earlier this month, I just decided to grab the rest of the wave, mostly so I could build the Terror Dog.
Mostly.
So I was able to get Egon and Winston from Amazon for a pretty good price, and I saved a little money on these two by ordering substandard from BBTS, and it doesn't really look like anything's wrong with the boxes or anything, so that's cool. These are awesome. I love how the proton packs come off. That's a really nice feature. Oh, nice. I finally got the Afterlife wave of these Ghostbusters Fright feature figures. We got Phoebe, Podcast, Trevor, and Lucky. These are awesome. If you've seen any of my other videos where I talk about these, then you know that I'm a huge fan of this Fright feature figure line. Basically because the 1984 movie Fright feature figures are the exact action figures I wanted when I was 5 years old, in 1984. This is really cool that we got the Afterlife cast in the same style as the 1984 cast. Now they can all bust ghosts together. I even grabbed a brand new Kenner Classics Ecto-1 for these guys to hang out around on the display shelf. And so I could keep the vintage Ecto-1 with the vintage Real Ghostbusters figures. I really did have a lot of fun with this movie. I laughed, I cried, I kissed $18 goodbye.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll kiss $3 goodbye.
Phoebe and Podcast definitely stole the show.
What do you call a dead polar bear? Anything you want. It can't hear you now.
And their figures definitely come with the best ghosts. Phoebe gets Muncher, which is basically the new Slimer of the franchise. And Podcast comes with a scaled-down version of one of my all-time favorite toys from childhood, the Bug-Eye Ghost. This is actually my second Podcast figure simply because I couldn't wait to get my hands on that Bug-Eye Ghost, so I ordered one off Amazon a while back. I really like these retro figures. It'd be cool if they do a few more characters like Dana Barrett, maybe Louis Tully. Maybe even do a set of the guys in their Ghostbusters 2 outfits with the slime blowers. That'd be really cool. Alright, the last thing I got in here I think is going to be my first ever Deluxe Pop. I can't remember if the Jaws Pop was deluxe or not.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eye.
I got Grogu using the Force from The Mandalorian. This is pretty cool. Let's get him out of this box. So I didn't even realize it till just now, but apparently this guy is also a bobblehead. And honestly, man, I just feel like his head is way too far up off his body, and I don't really need him to be a bobblehead. So I might actually just pop that spring out of there and glue his head down. On the plus side, he looks awesome. And I guess because he's a deluxe pop, he's got lights and sound, so let's check that out. That's pretty cool. I really like the blue light around the rock, but I don't know about that sound effect, man. Sounds like the space disposal in my space sink. Alright guys, that's everything in the box.
Inconceivable!
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
You got something on your face?